The Nigerian government has disclosed that the current plastic national identity card will be replaced with a digital means of identification. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, on Thursday, August 13th, made the disclosure to the press after the Committee on Citizen Data Management and Harmonization held a meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari, Daily Trust reported. Aregbesola, who also chairs the committee, said that the card is no more the focus, adding that the important thing is the National Identity Number, NIN. The minister said that the digital process will be domiciled in the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC. Similarly, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Ali Patami, who was present at the press briefing, stated that the world had gone digital and stopped focusing on the production of cards. He said what the chairman is saying now is that we are no more talking about cards. The world has gone digital, so that card is no more. Our priority now is digital identity. It will be attached to your database wherever you are. Now, our focus is no longer on producing cards. That card is only for record, but what is important is that the digital ID and if you notice, we've started using the digital ID on the international passports. Once you have the digital ID but not the card, we are 100% done with you, the minister said. Meanwhile, it earlier reported that the Controller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, Mohammed Babandede, has said that they will be reciprocating travel bans and restrictions on Nigeria by any country. Babandede, who said this in reaction to the inclusion of Nigeria by the United States to its list of countries with visa restrictions, told Signature 50 magazine that Nigeria also has the right to dictate who it allows in or restricts entering from. The immigration CG said, I can tell you that US is a country, it is a nation like Nigeria. They have the right to restrict who will enter their territory or not, just like we can restrict US citizens or whosoever from entering Nigeria. So they have the right, but I want people to know that visa restriction is not a visa ban. It's a ban for people who want to take residency, not people who want to go for short visits. You are aware that President Muhammadu Buhari has launched a new visa policy for Nigeria. The visa policy has 79 classes of visa. So we will be in a position to say to countries, if you allow us for short visits, we will allow you for short visits. And if you stop us from other visits, we will do the same, because the new visa policy is based on reciprocity. So we will test this for a year and see those who reciprocate, and we take actions for those who do otherwise. Okay, every time there is change of government, they will change, because we don't have system in place. Don't be surprised, another government will come again. They will start all over again. Means of getting what I don't understand. I don't just know. They will continue to change. Another person will come, we say, oh, this is not it. Oh, another person will come, this is not it. And before you know, how many years down the line or how many months down the line, they will bring another policy. It's unfortunate. Well, let us see what we see happen to this again, because they say you don't need the plastic ID card to move around. They want to do digital. They want to go, it will not be, maybe that is the biometric they are talking about. But now they are saying, oh, the world has gone digital, but make mention of electronic voting now. Oh my goodness, they will begin to give you 1 million reasons why it will not work. The bill or on how to sign that bill of what is it called, for us to get to start voting electronically, the bill or whatever is with the president since 2019. We've been saying it before 2019 election. He was supposed to sign it, but he told us that it was too quick, it was too this. He was still, because don't forget that it was even close, even a year before that time or some months before. They send it to him. He will bring it back. Oh, he will send it back to the National Assembly. Then that's a 8th Assembly. Oh, there were some mistakes they discovered until it got to a stage when it was so close to to election, they now say, oh, they can't even do it, that it's not going to sign it. It was not going to sign it. Up till now, they ought to have signed it. I'm sure they ought to have looked at the whole thing. Those who are always coming out to say, oh, we want electronic voting, they should start pressuring or clamoring for that, because it's still with him. So if they now tell us that the world has gone digital, but let them replicate it in terms of electronic voting. That is just my own, because now they are doing pre. Yes, electronic voting. I'll be electronic. We have the world has gone digital. Let it include electronic voting. Let us know, because like I said, right from time immemorial, they didn't even want Nigerians to see the development or whatever that has been going on. It took God's intervention, because that's what I can say, for us to be even having a phone. It took God intervention. But if they want to transfer money, wire money, they've been doing that right from time immemorial. They've been doing it. But for us to have a mobile phone, it took a long time. They didn't want it. Somebody like what is this man's name? David Mark. But at the end of the day, we got it. But now that they now know that with this whole thing, it's making a lot of Nigerians to know what is happening around the world. Let them do electronic voting. That is when we will take them serious. That is when I will take them serious. That really they have stepped out. They have step up. Meanwhile, it's no rocket science. It is not a big deal for us to have all of these things. Just that they don't want to do it, because it will be covering up some of their whatever they are doing behind. Government officers become innovative when it comes to finding ways to exploit the people and add another layer of hardship to their lives. Would the digital ID be free of charge for those who already had the card variety? No, they will still demand money for what we are already paid for and suffer to get. The easiest part is sitting in Abuja and making the law. Thereafter, getting the ID becomes a nightmare. It took me 3 years of stress to get my card ID. Recently, I went to MTN office to do a welcome back and was told the card is no longer valid for identification, despite bearing my picture, my number, and so on. FRSC is on one side, the police is doing its own, and the government approves all the punitive policies, but Buhari keeps mouthing that he shares in our pains and we lift 100 million people from poverty. That one, we've even forgotten that one. They said this year they are going to lift 100 people out of poverty. I don't think they are even thinking in that direction at all. They are not thinking in that direction. Oh, Nigeria, my country, who bewitched thee? After billions in dollars wasted on national identity cards over the years, you want to abandon same. Oh, Nigeria, my country, who bewitched thee? Since last year, I applied for my national ID card. I've not received it. Then they keep telling me, come today, come tomorrow. And now they are changing everything all of a sudden. What kind of a country is this? Every time they will change. All is in a bid to take another chunk of naira from the treasury. This will be the third time this card would be cancelled and reawarded. During Obasanjo era, the Minister of Communication, late Sunday Afolabi, it was arranged for embezzlement, the fund before he died. Then it was reawarded again by Jonathan regime. Nothing came out of it. Now Buhari is reawarding it again. The issue of digital or no digital is a ruse just to cover up. After a few years again, you will hear story. Nigeria is a special country with special leaders. So guys, let us hear your opinion and let's know what you think.